Hi guys, it's Deanna. Thank you for joining me for another yoga class. I'm so happy to have you. Today I actually have a chair class prepared. So these type of classes are really good for beginners or seniors or just somebody needing more of a restorative day. I used to do some of these stretches at my desk, obviously not all of them, but they are good if you're in an office setting a lot and you need to take a break. Maybe you can take one or two of these stretches and just add a couple minute break to your work day, and it'll help reset you for the rest of your work day. Or you can do this at home like I am, and just needing a little bit of a movement in the body but not doing anything too strenuous. So chair yoga is a really good option. You can always use a block or a blanket if ever needed. I don't feel that I need one for this practice, but if you do, please always modify and adjust to whatever your body needs. Listen to your body and all will be good. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm sitting in a chair that has no arms on it. If you do have arms on it, that's totally fine, but usually chair yoga is done with the chair without any arms. So come actually towards the end of your chair here. So my sit bones are near the edge, my feet are flat on the floor, and my knees are directly over my ankles here. And I'm gonna drop my tailbone and make my belly button go in towards my spine here by sitting up a little bit taller, dropping my hands onto my lap. Just taking a breath here, starting to connect with your position and your starting point today. If you'd like to, you can close your eyes or maybe just gently look towards the top of your mat. Following your breath here on inhales and your exhales. Just paying attention to what your breath is doing. As you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Holding at the top of your breath for just a moment or so before you exhale. Making sure that you're staying nice and tall, not using the back of the chair unless absolutely necessary. Feeling your hip bones become a little bit more grounded. And any thoughts that might be starting to creep into your mind, use your breath to send them away. Think about just exhaling any of those thoughts, blowing them all away and out of your mind. So that your mind is like a nice smooth lake. First thing in the morning, No ripples in the water. Just nice and calm. Slowly start to deepen your inhales here. So as you inhale, try to feel your belly expand out. And exhale, feeling that belly button return to your spine. Focus on trying to maintain this deeper breath. Letting any areas of tension or tightness just start to melt away. We're going to take a big sigh here. So in through your nose. This time out through your mouth. Noticing that your exhales are a little bit longer than your inhales here. Let's do it again. Big inhale through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. As you do, sitting up nice and tall so that there's no effort in your seating here. Your bones are just perfectly stacked on top of each other. And your muscles aren't doing much work to hold you in that position. If your eyes were closed, slowly flutter them open. Coming back to the room here. We're going to make a big dramatic no with our head here. So inhaling and center, exhaling, looking over one shoulder. Inhaling back to center, exhaling over the other shoulder. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling to center, exhaling over the shoulder. Inhaling, returning to center here. Now we're going to make big dramatic yeses with our heads looking up and down. So on your next inhale, get ready to exhale and look up. Chin coming all the way up, neck like nice and long. Returning to center, exhaling, chin coming to your chest. Back to center. Again, looking up. And center. And down. And center. Always trying to follow your breath here. Gently tilt your head as if you had water in your ear. And you're going to try to get it out. So lifting that right arm, if your right ear is to that right shoulder, all the way up, and dropping your hand to the left side of your face. Just for a little bit deeper stretch in this tilt here, not letting the other shoulder come up, but trying to stay down so you get this nice stretch. Gently releasing. Reaching up. Letting your hand fall down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, tilting to the opposite side. Hand reaches up on your inhale, exhaling, your fingers come around to the other side for just some gentle pressure. Return to your breath here. Inhaling, straightening out, reaching up, exhaling, letting that hand fall back down. Moving our shoulders here, inhaling, bringing our shoulders up to our ears. Exhaling, rolling them back and down. Again, in and out. So from here, we're going to inhale one arm up, exhaling it, bringing it to the side, not all the way back, we're not opening, right? So just opening up to the side and dropping that hand down. Other side, reaching up on an inhale. Exhaling, reaching open to the side and down again. Other hand up. Exhaling, open. Reaching up, opposite hand. Exhaling, open. This time, two hands. Up. Exhaling, open. This is known as like a swan dive here. Especially when you're coming into like a forward fold. So again, inhaling up, exhaling, letting your arms come out and open. Bringing one hand up, making a stop sign in a sense with your fingers, and pulling back just slightly on those tips of your fingers. Dropping your fingers down as if you're showing off a ring or something, and pushing on your knuckles, not on your lower part of your hand this time. Relaxing back down. For the other side, reaching up, making like a stop sign with your hand, pulling back just on those fingertips here. And now bringing your fingertips down and putting a little bit of pressure across your knuckle area, those top part of your hand. And slowly lowering down. On an inhale here, reaching out to the sides. Exhaling, crossing one arm over top of the other. So my left arm is underneath. My right arm is going to continue to reach toward the side. My left arm is going to reach up towards the sky. And I'm going to use this little knot here in our arms to try to pull my shoulder and this arm as close into my body as I can. Returning to your breath here. Slowly unwinding and coming back down. Inhaling up, this time Opposite hand, so now my right arm is going underneath my left. I'm walking elbows here, and I'm going to pull my left arm in as close to my body as I can. And gently unwind here. We're going to do something very similar to what we just did. So on an inhale, reaching up. Exhale, left hand coming underneath our right, and going to get to the same position here. Now this top hand is going to also reach up towards the sky. And if you can, trying to get your palms, in a sense, touching, even though they're at two different levels here. And your elbows that are in towards your chest here, try to raise them to a 90 degrees and just breathe. So these are what are known as eagle hands. There's also feet that go with this that are also just as twisty. By coming back down, letting your hands unwind here. Returning to your breath. Inhaling up, this time a right hand coming underneath the left and nodding it like how we did at first. This left hand is now going to reach up towards the sky, and both palms are going to try to connect here. And on an inhale here, we're going to take a breath. Excuse me. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, reaching your elbows out away from your body. And gently unwinding, relaxing your arms back down. Sitting up nice and tall still. Hands dropping down to your sides, shoulders back and down, palms facing forward. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, dropping your hands to heart center. Slowly letting your hands fall by your sides. If you'd like here, you can use your hands on the bottom of your chair in a sense for support. We're going to now start to activate our legs here. So we're first going to come up to the ball of our one foot and then come all the way up to the toes. Back to the ball and then heel. Again, ball of the toes, all the way up to your toes, ball of the foot, and your heel. Last time. Up, 2, 3, 4. Other side. So with the other foot, the same exact thing. Ball of the foot, up to your toes, ball of the foot, heel comes back down. Ball of the foot, up to your toes, ball of the foot, heel down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening your toes, spreading your toes, feeling them nice and flat on the mat, all 5 toes. Now we're going to go the opposite way. So we're going to lift just our toes, and then we come up to our heel, dropping down to the ball, and then our toes relaxing down again. So toes, heel, ball, toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to isolate every movement here versus just coming up and down to that heel. So again, other side, lifting those toes, coming to your heel, ball of the foot, toes back down. Again, toes, heel, ball, toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Slowly letting your foot creep forward here, just inching forward so that your one leg is straight, your other leg is staying right where it's at. If you'd like, again, you can always use the chair for assistance here, engaging this core. And we're going to lift the foot off the floor, just about 45 or so degrees here. And we're going to flex through that foot and then point. And flex and point. Flex and point. This time flexing, holding it there. Feeling the strength through your leg. Holding it with your cord here. And dropping it down. Bringing your foot in. Or inching your opposite foot forward here. And engaging this core. Lifting your foot off the floor about 45 degrees or so. And moving through point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Holding this flex here. Returning to your breath, feeling your muscles activating down your leg, through your foot, your core, your back, your shoulders, everything working together here to maintain this position. And slowly dropping it down to the mat, returning up. Again, inching your foot forward here, lifting your toes up, this time circling one way, a couple times, and then have it go the other way. And slowly bringing your foot back down and in, inching those other toes forward, flexing up, rolling one way with your foot. And then back the other way. And dropping your foot back down and bringing it back in. So here I'm just going to adjust my seat. So I'm going back just a little bit on my seat. I still have room between my lower back and the back of the chair here. And this time I'm going to try to, if it was available to you and you can go to a 90, try to go to a 90 here. If not, just stay at this 45 where you were at. Ready? Inhaling and extending on your exhale, lifting your foot up as much as possible and bringing it in to meet the bottom of your chair, the base of your chair here. Hugging this foot close into your body. Maintaining, sitting up nice and tall. Lifting this foot off of the base whenever you're ready. Seeing if there's a little bit more room here, just for a moment, before you're going to take your heel and cross it over so it's right above your knee. So you now kind of have like this 4 shape with your legs. So this one hip is nice and open. And just return to your breath, inhaling and exhaling. This time, inhaling, we're going to reach our arms forward and open. Bringing our hands behind you. And we're going to use this base of this chair to slightly pull forward here. Not more than what your body can handle, but just to like, as if this is like an edge of a cliff and you want to just look over just a minute. Keeping your back nice and long. And slowly coming back. Bringing this foot back in and letting it come back down to the floor. Readjusting here. Inhaling, exhaling, extending the other foot forward. Bringing this foot in to the base of the chair. And trying to hug this foot in as much as you can to your body. Lifting it up off the base of the chair just for a moment, squeezing it in tighter. Grabbing your heel, crossing it over your knee. So again, that we have this like 4 shape with our legs. And returning to your breath here. Just feeling the shape and how it feels in this hip maybe compared to your other hip. Again, on an inhale, reaching forward. Exhaling, arms dropping down to the sides, reaching the base of the chair back behind your hips here. And just slightly looking forward. Puts a little bit more pressure into this hip as you look forward. And slowly coming back. Bringing your foot in and letting it drop down here. So I'm going to inch just forward, just slightly on my chair, so I'm kind of more back where we were when we started. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Swan diving, those hands coming back down. Again, reaching the base of the chair here and looking forward, letting your torso come in between your knees here. Maybe working down the legs of the chair as you slowly start to round your spine and drop your head. Slowly working yourself back up the base of the chair and coming back up. On an inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, coming towards center. Maybe taking a moment here with yourself. Hands coming back down to the sides. On an inhale again, reaching up. This time exhaling, we're going to twist towards the one side. So my right hand is going to come to my left knee, and my left hand is going to come to the back base of this chair. Now, if you have a lot of twist, you might be able to use different parts of the chair, but lower is comparable to what you would do on the floor here, right, to support you. So from this twist, returning to your breath. And again, my shoulders are now not forward over my knees, but kind of to a diagonal. If you do have more room here, you might be able to use the chair to open up a little bit more and really square your hips off to the side of your leg. And gently coming back to center. Again, on the other side here, only twisting as much as your body needs. Inhaling up, exhaling, dropping that left hand to the right knee, right hand coming back behind you. Coming into this little twist here to a diagonal, returning to your breath. And if you did find a deeper twist on the other side, try to do the same on this side here. So grabbing wherever you need to on the chair for support for a little bit deeper twist. Now make sure when you do this that you're not compromising your knees. They're not going one way or another. They're not buckling in, right? You're keeping nice and sound. You're just twisting because it is available to you. And gently returning back to that neutral spine. So spreading out those toes again, dropping all 5 toes to the floor, feeling your feet nice and grounded. If you need the base of the chair to stand up, you can certainly do so. Otherwise, engage your core here, rocking forward and standing up. Inhaling up, exhaling to heart center. Feeling nice and tall and solid in your legs. Engaging the quads, trying to drop that tailbone and like really holding this pelvic floor here. When you're ready, dropping your hands, and we're going to come to the sides of the chair. So if you need to move the chair, certainly do so. Move my chair like this for right now. Inhaling up, exhaling, using the back of the chair here to reach up as much as you can with this arm and exhaling over that side. Getting a nice stretch down the side body and feeling nice and grounded and supported in your feet. Gaze can be up at your fingers or down at the floor. Letting this arm circle down as you come back to standing here. Other side. Reaching up. Exhaling, dropping this hand to the back side of the chair. Reaching up and exhaling all the way over. Gazing up at your fingers. Trying not to let these shoulders collapse, right? Stand up nice and tall so you can get a nice stretch. Letting this hand circle down as you come back to standing here. So now from here, I am going to rotate my chair back to where it was. Okay. So from here, standing relatively close to the chair so that you're going to lift up one foot and bring it to the center of the chair here. Making sure that you feel really nice and grounded, super tall, like as if there's just roots at the bottom of your foot going into the earth here. Inhaling, reaching forward. Exhaling, doing that swan dive down and grabbing the outsides of this base of this chair as you relax your body over your leg. Letting your head drop here. Really curving your spine. Slowly, if you need to, using the chair to bring yourself back up to standing. You're inching those toes forward so that they're more at the top of the base of the chair. Actually, let's take one scoot back here. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling, this time reaching forward, grabbing the back side of the chair and extending this foot and this leg. Trying to keep your hips square here as your shoulders and your upper body reaches forward over your leg. Trying to keep a nice long spine as much as possible, not rounding in your back here, but trying to keep nice and long. And if you'd like to, lifting up those toes, coming to the heel. Dropping that ball of the foot back down, letting your toes relax. Slowly coming back up. And dropping your foot to the floor. So the other side, bringing that foot to the center of the base of the chair here. Inhaling up. Exhaling, swan diving forward so that your hands again grab that base of the chair and your body just hangs over this leg. Your back can be more rounded here, feeling a little bit of stretch in your lower back. Slowly coming back up, inching that foot forward. Being grounded in your feet here, inhaling up, exhaling, reaching forward towards the back of the chair, and slowly extending this leg. And just returning to your breath here, following your inhales and exhales, trying to keep your hips as square as possible and your leg as lengthened as possible. And if you did lift your toes on the other side, do it to this side so toe is coming up and you come to your heel. Returning to the ball of your foot and your toes relaxing down, bending that knee back up and coming to standing here. slowly and gently all the way back up. So from here, we're going to take an inhale and exhale, swan diving those hands forward, hands coming back and down, reaching towards the base of the chair, letting your head, the top of your head, drop to the base of the chair here. And your weight is going to come into your toes, so you get just a gentle stretch down the back side of your neck. Your chin is coming into your chest here, not more than what is comfortable. Lifting up, coming to your forehead now. So I went from the tip top of my head to the forehead. Now coming back more into your hips here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stepping back with both feet so that your heels might be on the ground. If you have your heels coming up, that's totally fine. And try to come now so that your weight is more into your shoulders here and you're coming into a plank position so that you're straight throughout your body. On an exhale, coming back so that you're making like a 90-degree angle in a sense with your body. Hands staying at the base of your chair, head dropping down in between your shoulders. And lengthening throughout your spine for a modified downward dog. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, dropping your hips forward again so that your weight is again in your shoulders over those wrists and rocking back. And stepping back to the top of your mat in a sense, towards your chair. Bending your knees here, dropping your tailbone to the ground, reaching up the back of your chair here until you're lifting off and you're sitting in your own invisible chair. Weight is more in your heels here. My toes are actually lifted off the floor, but my balls of my feet are on the mat still. And straightening all the way back up to standing. Again, inhaling up, exhaling, coming forward, dropping to the top of your head. Weight coming just more into your toes. Inhaling, switching, exhaling, coming to the forehead. Inhaling, lift, exhaling, relaxing. Inhaling, lift, stepping back into this plank here. Dropping your hips so that you have your weight again in your wrists and in your shoulders. Inhaling, bringing your hips up and back. Exhaling, dropping in those heels towards the ground. Looking in between your legs. Inhaling up, coming up to your tiptoes, reaching over, coming into that plank again, engaging your core, engaging your legs. Inhaling up, exhaling, dropping your heels to the ground. Inhaling, stepping back up to the top of your mat, to the chair, dropping your hips towards your mat, slowly walking your hands up the back of the chair until you're reaching up and your weight is coming back. Toes are lifted, weight is in your heels. Sitting in your invisible chair here. And coming back up to standing. Again, inhaling up. Last time, exhaling, coming forward to your head, the top of your head rolling in that weight into your toes. Inhaling and coming to your forehead. Inhaling up, exhaling down, stepping back here and dropping slowly to your knees. My toes are still under. And from here, I'm going to drop my hips into my feet. Pushing back, getting a nice stretch down the back sides of my foot. Inhaling, coming back up. So that your weight is just all directly over your knees here. Inhaling, lifting that one arm. Exhaling, twisting open, reaching back towards your feet. Letting your arm continue to circle around as you return back down. Again, reaching up, inhale. Exhaling, twisting back. As your arm comes forward, your hips come back down to your feet. And up, relaxing your toes over and dropping to your hips to your ankles here. Letting your hands return back to your lap, going and letting that your bottom go to one side as you swing your feet around. And now we're going to inch our bottoms as close as we can to the chair. And we're going to actually slowly lower down onto our mat here. So one elbow, then the other, and then lift your feet here so that your legs are now on the chair and you are on the mat. So I'm going to use my feet to inch myself in as close as I can so that my knees are meeting just the edge of the chair. Letting your arms come out to a T. slowly bringing your feet to the edge of the chair so that your knees are now a little bit closer to your chest, and hugging your hands in and around your knees. Letting your breath slowly starting to return back to normal. Gently, if it's available to you, if you're comfortable, you can just stay right where you are. If it is available to you, let your knees start to open here, keeping your feet on the edge of the chair, bringing the soles of your feet together, hands coming to your knees. Just feeling your nice calm breath. Letting your knees come back in and returning your legs to the chair. And this is going to be our Shavasana today, so opening up your hands down to your sides, palms facing forward here. Gently closing your eyes and letting yourself enjoy your peace. Sending away any last little bits of tension and tightness here, so that you can return to your calm waters in your mind. And when you're ready, slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bringing movement back into your body just for a moment. Bringing your knees into your chest again, with the soles of your feet coming to the edge of the chair for one last little hug. Slowly dropping to one side. Resting your head on your arm. Knees are stacked. Slowly pushing yourself back up. And if you'd like, you can stay on the floor seated, or you can return to your chair here. Enjoying the nice, calm, steady flow of your inhales and exhales. Bringing your hands to heart center here. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. From my heart to yours, namaste.